If you ever see me in this shirt, it's one of my hunting shirts. I go out game hunting, so I think I wore this in an earlier episode. Update. I was not expected to go out today. Was not feeling the best. My kids have been down with the sickness.
The so-called super flu does not exist.
There was a lot of garage sales this weekend. Some had some toys, some other goodies. I just couldn't go. I was just dragging. A couple hours later, I'm just scrolling through, and there it is. $450 for this lot at a garage sale in Oregon City, which is an hour away from me, hour and 15 minutes away from me. I go, okay, it's still available. Yes. Put it on hold, I'll come and get it. I saw a lot of things in there. I'm going, I think the value is going to be more than 450, and there might be things in there I want to keep. She goes, nope. Won't do it. And I go, hey, I'll guarantee payment. Goods and services. I don't do PayPal. I'll guarantee the money if you put it on hold. And she goes, fine, I'll hold it for you. Text her, say, I'm on my way right now. It'll take me about an hour, 12 minutes to get there. She marked it as sold to me. Long drive to get there. Some of the Oregon City homes are like up on a hill. So I had to go up on a hill, saw the sign, is a huge garage sale. So I record just a little bit. Welcome, you have some games for me? Josh Retro Dad? Yep, here they are. I'm going to get my money back on some of this, and some of them I'm keeping for the collection. So let's go over what I got for $450. This was as is, so I got to test everything. Do you know how many of these I own? I think like 4. So this one will probably be for sale. That is a Genesis Model 2. Top loader. Already have one modded and have my original one as a kid. So this one will be for sale. Already that's about over $100 potential sale right there. 170 really market they go for. They can go even past that. They have the box. I have never actually owned one of these. But it came with this. A very nice Game Boy Color. A Sega Saturn. Oh, this lot was heavy with Sega Saturn. Now, I'm going to compare it to the one I have and see which one's the better one, but one of these will be for sale. That's about $100 right there. And the last system is original Xbox. It's missing everything. No back cords, no controllers. Might be something just as a paperweight for now. And a plethora of controllers. There's a couple of Saturn ones. I'm keeping one. One will be for the system when I sell it. So we have to have a second Saturn controller. Some third-party ones, some other ones there for Genesis. Another thing for the Game Boy, and it's sealed for the Game Boy Advance. Power pack. I'm going to keep it. It's just kind of neat. There's some weird stuff in here. Some things don't make sense. Like there's a couple of manuals that don't go with anything. So it's kind of a weird lot. Speaking of Game Boy, it came with Pokemon Blue. And I already have this cart, so it's going to be for sale. And here's a Game Boy Color game, Miss Pac-Man, which I don't think I no longer own. Keeping it. The lot came with 10 NES games. It's just one of them. Skate or Die, the classic NES game where you skateboard and try not to die. You know, a lot of people had this game. My friends had it, but I never actually owned this one. Not until I was much older. Played it all the time at their house. It's a pretty good looking cart, so I'm going to compare it to the one in my box and see which one's better. Mega Man 2. That's a $20 game right there. Castlevania. Wizard and Warriors. I'm a maniac for Excite Bike. This is a throwback from one of my old review and reviews.
I'm a rider, that's cool.
Dr. Mario. I don't know if it's a classic. Is it a classic? Dungeon Magic. The next rental, X-Men. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Now I want this CIB again. I used to have it CIB. I no longer own this, so it's going to put as a placeholder until I get that CIB. I'll admit, I saw this one on the listing really early. I'm like, That game's gone up quite a bit.
Cool world.
I don't have the collection anymore. I almost bought it with my $100 challenge money anyway. Don't own this, so it's added to the collection. Not a great game, but it's gone up to $130. Just a random Xbox original game. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or sell it. Sonic Classics includes 3 Sonic games. It has Sonic 1, great game. My favorite, Sonic 2. This is one I've never owned. Frogger, one I know I don't own anymore. I'm keeping it. Evander Holyfield Boxing. I've owned this game several times, and I'm not sure currently if I own it or not. Another copy of Sonic 2. Super Battleship. Another copy of Sonic 1. I have multiple copies of these. And Shaq Fu, and it does have the manual. Found it again, Manhunt 2. It is a Game Crazy X rental. No manual again. $25 to $30 I think I can sell it for. This is a game I used to own. A game I almost picked up at the SideQuest Gaming Expo for the Sega CD. And that is Amazing Spider-Man versus the Kingpin. Pretty excited having this. This is a $67 game and it's complete. I've never had a huge Sega CD collection. I had a decent amount. I had all the Sega CD 32X hybrid games, and my Sega CD collection is growing. So I have a Sega Saturn that I'm including that $450 lot. So you're assuming there's some Sega Saturn games, right? You're right. Sewer Shark. Oh, that's Sega CD. It's included as well. Daytona USA. VR Soccer. It is complete. Nights in a Dream sampler. Now, I do not have this. I have the Christmas one. Tomb Raider. So I'll probably swap this one for the one I just got at Portland Retro Gaming Expo 2023. And that one will be for sale. Virtual Fighter without the cover. Be for sale. Sega Sports NHL All-Star Hockey. It is complete. Panzer Dragoon Saga. No. But it is part 2, which I already own. So that means this will be for sale. And this is complete. Gex. Control a Lizard. And this is one that has been on my list for a little bit. You know, giving that Sega Saturn kick. Got it with this bundle. And this one I'm definitely keeping. Gex. Panzer Dragoon. Missing the front cover. But once again, it's a game I already own. This one's complete though, Virtual Fighter 2. Yes, it is included with that 3-pack on its own, so I'm keeping this one. Need for Speed. It is complete. Thunder Strike 2. It is complete. I was really excited about this one. Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate for the Sega Saturn. And it's complete. Really happy to have this one. Like it over the original 3. And Starfighter. There's also random video game magazines that are included in the lot, including this one, which is not a video game magazine. No game, but there's the guide for it. The Ultimate Code Book. Now, these are pretty fun to have. I think I already have another one. The Big PlayStation Book. Out of all of them, I'm pretty happy about this one. I don't know what I'm going to do with some of them. Some random Saturn back. So, a manual for Tomb Raider. Funny thing is, it starts to play my Tomb Raider before I had a PlayStation. Like I said, some random stuff in here. Here's a manual that goes to nothing. I'm not complaining, I'm just, there's random stuff in there. She marked things way below. She said she looked at it as is, untested prices, and then took 25% off, some 50%. She was getting offers for $200, and that's why she was getting irritated. I'm gonna hold it only for an hour. Quickly just gave her $450, did a quick video, drove home, looked at everything, and there's a lot to be excited about. How often do you see a lot of Sega Saturn games, with a Sega Saturn and NES games and a bunch of stuff like this in the wild? Doesn't happen very often. The total value of the lot, $1,416. My keep value, including the Game Boy Color and the Model 1 Sega Genesis, is $700. Potentially going to sell is valued at $716. Well worth $450 of my garage sale budget. Only $1,800 away from the Mini. But earlier I got a mail call of a lot I bought. Show you what I picked up. Family Feud Complete. I already own a copy, so this will be for sale unless my other copy's better. Frank Thomas Big Hurt CIB. Now I have the store display for this. I have not sold that store display. It's kind of fun to end up getting this as well, but I have that store display still, and I got this CIB. Another baseball game, Ken Griffey Jr.'s Winning Run. The box is really nice, has one little nick here. Also complete, it does not have the card though. Neither does the Frank game.
You're up! You're right.
ESPN Sunday Night Football NFL. This also have the store display for at least the brand. It's a really nice box, the nicest box of the lot.
Michael Andretti's IndyCar Challenge.
This is a display box. This is also complete in the box. And I think I am getting another box of this. So depending which one I like, I'll be able to swap out. Super complete. It has everything. Poster, everything. Brunswick Tournament of Champions. Bowling game for the Super Nintendo. Pitfall, the Mayan Adventure. Complete. Unfortunately, the top of the box is a little rough, but I think I am getting an extra box for this as well, so I can always swap out the box. Star Fox CIB, Super Nintendo Classic. Here's the thing, I have not owned this game for many, many years, and I've never had a CIB copy of it, so I got it complete in the box. The last game is a game I used to have complete in the box back in the 2017 set. One of the reasons I bought this lot, Mega Man X. Now I have this loose. My cart is pretty mint, so I just swapped it out. This one will now be for sale, and that's about a $20 game right there. So that Super Nintendo lot is a value of over $300. And I have more coming. Ramping up my Super Nintendo collection, getting a lot of boxes. A lot of boxes. I got my package that I've been waiting. This has a lot of stuff. Thank you again so much for watching this episode of $100 Challenge. I'm on the road to increase that video game collection. Hopefully getting that jackpot grand of $20,000. Please comment, give a thumbs up, and follow. Subscribe if you haven't. It really does help me out. I'm trying to grow this channel just like growing the collection. If you're in the paranormal, I have my series Strange Occurrences. It's a series where I talk about odd life events I experienced. Some on the paranormal side. And I talk about other people's stories as well. Some are known, and others not so much. Have fun, go game, and see you on the next $100 challenge or another video. Now that's a score.